7 years for this moment. For Mark and Bryant to return and be in this room speaking to you in the mornings, and they are here, the legendary duo. Let's get them in here.
Yes.
All right, let's dance.
You got so excited. Good time, David.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning.
Well, they both like it.
You and you wherever.
Where do you guys want to sit down?
Wherever you guys
I think these are original chairs. I think your name's just on the back.
Actually, that's what I'm trying to bring up with you guys. I had a great chair. And it had my name on it. It was high. Brown.
I was
Brown
yes,
leather,
and I was here when we got here. And I said, get that out of here.
Do you have it, or do you know where it went?
I think our boss Keith has it in his office, right across the hallway here.
It actually is Keith's office.
I saw it, and I thought, could there be two chairs as disturbingly disgusting as those that we had? He's sitting in it.
Oh my God! My name's on it, but it's the chair.
It's the chair, yeah.
Thank you for letting me know that.
Yes, of course. You should take it with you.
That's as valuable as that Babe Ruth jersey we were talking about.
Yeah.
Your chair, Brian. Good to see you.
That's good. Good to see you guys, and thanks for... Brian on the back. That's the chair. Now, get this, Mark, get this. I was here a week ago just to do a little walkthrough in the afternoon, and he's sitting there in my chair. Never told me.
Yeah, you can't see it because he's in the chair.
I'm taking it with me. Yeah, no. Laura, come here. I get this in the car right now.
Yes, load it in your phone.
No. Did you take your chair? What happened to your chair?
Somebody took it.
The story of the chair is we had really crappy chairs at the building we were in, and so a listener who sells these things had them specifically made for us. We take them.
Okay, so that was my question, because when we first started with the company, I mean, it's a big shoes to fill, all of that, and we're like, wait, they had their own chairs.
And they had chairs that
And I'm like, I wonder how many years into them being a show that it took for them to get chairs, because we still don't have chairs. We've been here 7 years.
No, the station bought us nothing.
Okay, so some things never change.
Just ask your listeners. Well, as you guys know.
I think that they chose us to take over when you guys left because of that we look like you.
You got the brunette, you got the we'll pick up on it.
And by the way, the older I get, the more of these I have. Good job.
And I'll have your head back to probably 2 years. To be honest, I can't wait for that day.
So you know, I gotta say, when we did the last show and not knowing exactly where that was going to go, and then we decided to step away, and you guys step into that scenario. I had done shows where I had to come in for a fairly big show. How was the transition for you? Because you've done great. I mean, you don't have to worry about that.
It was, I mean, in the beginning, obviously, it was rough, but I think the fact that you guys retired, it wasn't like you were fired and replaced, like, who are these guys? They fired these guys. It was like, hey, what are you going to do? These guys are retiring, and they had a great run, and we're the guys who are taking the place. And a lot of people didn't want to take this job because of that, like the shoes and the legend. And I was like, no, let's go for it. I mean, you guys, we've always looked up to you in your careers.
Well, I remember, as we did the first few weeks, first few months, maybe the first few years, just hate calls and just, like, this is
About us?
No, for our show.
Because you took over for Fraser Smith, right?
Well, actually with Rita and Fraser
right.
Smith before that, and the morning show was rock and roll music, and here's these two idiots doing stuff that no one's ever. And so it was a rough time for us. So it was a rough time for you guys probably in the first few weeks and stuff. So I remember I tweeted out. I said, give them a chance. They're trying to find you. It's not the same, and it shouldn't be.
Right.
Yeah. And
well, thank you for that.
And yeah, your fans are some of the greatest fans because they did. I mean, after that no one likes change, so when it did change, but then once they got to know us, like they got to know you guys, being small town guys from Birmingham, Alabama. Right? Was that the first place you guys did mornings, and you came to LA? And us being good old boys from Indiana, it's like that same kind of sense.
It was the perfect move because you guys had been around LA for quite a while. Not in the same spot for the entire time, but you'd been around, so it wasn't like
Sam got fired a lot.
Yeah,
you went downtown, up and down the dial.
You take a look at us. We came in, nobody knew what we were, and they're from where? Birmingham. Where is that? Right. So for us, was everything all at once. We made the conscious effort, and Brian touched on it. We didn't come in to this iconic 95.5 KLOS and try to fit in. We came in and we did what we do and not care what happened.
We actually, honestly, we thought, hey, we're going to be there for a couple of months. We'll get it on our resume, and we'll go to St. Louis or somewhere.
It's true. It's true.
Wow.
And we hit.
That probably helped you because you're just like, well, whatever.
Well, we decided conscious efforts. We're not going to change the show. We're not going to be a zoo format. We're not going to be,
And look, it's like a first date. If you go in and you try to put on airs and be what you're not, then it's not going to go well. But if you just lay it out there and go, this is it, like it or not, and that's what we did. And it worked for us from day one. Actually, from day one on I-95. We didn't, in Birmingham, we didn't know each other.
That's the thing. I talked to Randy Lane recently. He was talking about how
How's Randy doing?
he's doing great, and he was talking about you guys and saying how the idea of throwing you two together who didn't know each other, and then the chemistry that came out of that first meetings and the first shows, that he was like, this is awesome. It's like that is probably the biggest thing that we have in common as shows is the chemistry that we worked together over 18 years now together.
Yeah.
And then you guys being thrown together and just having that natural chemistry and be able to accelerate that all the way to Los Angeles.
And I can't tell you we planned it, but I will say in Birmingham, our first week of shows, we both wanted it to work so bad. And again, we just known each other maybe 3 weeks before we went on the air. But we wanted it to work so bad. And we actually, and not consciously, I don't think, but we made it sound like we were best friends and we've known each other for a long, long time.
And so that Randy Lane has been on to become all that. He's like big now.
Yeah.
Randy Lane is a hack. And Randy, you don't know what the hell you're doing. You're guessing all the way to the top. You pig.
I don't want to tell secrets or anything, but remember that one morning show when he came in drunk or an assless chest had a tube top?
I can see it, actually. I can see that.
And he photographed.
But this guy was very instrumental in working that together. I mean, he's one of the guys.
He and Mark St. John. And real quickly, to get to business, we brought gifts, and we'll get those in a minute. We are coming back together for this one-day event for a couple of reasons, but none more important than to pay homage to, quite literally, one of the greatest set of call letters in this entire country. 50 years, 95.5 KLOS has been broadcasting. And do you think, those of you that's listened for that many years, or even part of that, do you think that it's by chance that Slash pops in, or Dave Grohl pops in? They pop in because it's 95.5 KLOS. And whenever KLOS calls, they come. We had Steven Tyler, who, by the way, never left the building. He would come in.
That's a great story. This is amazing.
He came in and he did our interview for as long as we needed him and did whatever we wanted. And then, because he's Steven Tyler and he knows what it means, we finished the show. We have gone home for the day. I'm napping and I get a call. He's still here. He goes into the sales department and he takes pictures at every cubicle because he knows it means something. But a quick story, and this is great. We had Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham. Okay, so they're going to come in, they're going to do Landslide.
Oh.
Which we're going to
live in studio.
Have you heard this version?
Oh,
No.
I don't think so.
When we do our show later, we're going to play. It was they hadn't performed together in 10 years.
I get chills just thinking about hearing it later.
Rita was in the room. We looked at each other and just really goosebumps. Yeah. I mean, just because there was a moment when they were singing and she looks over to him and they look in each other's eyes and they just go, wow.
But you have to know what went on before, because Stevie got there early and she was shuttled into the green room. And within 60 seconds, somebody was called into the green room and Stevie wanted the glass pane to be covered with aluminum foil. So we had to get aluminum foil.
Because the aliens?
No.
Okay.
Who knows why? Cover it. Just get it covered. So
with aluminum foil.
Right.
Not a curtain.
So it was done. Okay. So it's not good in the green room. And we're sitting there trying to do a show. Lindsey, by the way, has now arrived. He's pulled out his guitars, and there was 12 of them. And he's tuning and picking. He's just sitting there, and he's aware that there's aluminum foil being put on the green.
And by the way, there was a lasagna in the kitchen, so I had to take the aluminum foil.
It worked. from the people that brought them that Stevie doesn't feel like singing. So without skipping a beat, Lindsay just starts putting the guitars up. You can tell, I've been through this, I know what this is, just put it up.
Right.
Okay, so then Stevie is being ushered to the room where they're going to be with us. Tito, who worked with us, Tito is a very big, lovable hippie. And Tito, knowing Stevie and Lindsay were coming, he had made this bag of
Weed.
jewels, hippie things.
Like
crystals.
crystals.
Yes. Okay, so
Good
Stevie.
vibe crystals.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stevie walks by. She sees Tito gives. They huddle up. She's now late for the broadcast. We're talking. She's huddled up with Tito. So
Lovable hippie.
she comes in holding the bag of whatever the hell he put in there. And she looks at Lindsay and she goes, let's do landslide. It was the bag of whatever. And like Brian said, it was the most amazing thing you'd ever seen. And
They
it's
were
just
joyful. They were joyful together for the
Damn
first time.
crystals.
It was, and so whatever the road it is that you have to travel to get to that, go ahead. And get this, the show was at the Greek. It was like 5 days later. They do the show. Apparently, this is now 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night. Stevie Nicks calls the KLOS switchboard and asks to speak to Tito.
Oh,
I need Tito.
my crystals.
I'm a spiritual advisor. Yeah.
God love you, Tito.
Well,
You saved us, brother.
We had to give Brian a gallon of essential oils to be here. So, it's just,
I told you no melon scent.
Very frank.
you both look great in retirement. I've heard some good things and horrible things about retirement in and of itself. Is there